Last night, the human brain probably created several dreams. Some may have been ordinary. Others may have felt impossibly real. A face, a hallway, a conversation that seemed to continue forever. And then, morning arrived. Most of it was gone. Not blurred, not partially remembered, simply missing. That is the strange puzzle behind why people wake up with the feeling that something important just happened, even though they cannot explain what it was. For a long time, scientists assumed dreams vanished because the mind treated them as unimportant. But modern research suggests something more active is happening. The brain may not be passively losing dream memories. It may be stopping them from forming in the first place. This is not a small effect. On a typical night, people can experience multiple dreams, yet only a tiny fraction survive into waking memory. That is unusual because the brain can hold on to random details from years ago, while letting a vivid dream disappear within minutes. This difference matters. Normal memory is built for preserving useful information: places, faces, events, threats, lessons. Dreams, by contrast, are often unstable, shifting, and disconnected from the outside world. The result is a strange kind of amnesia that happens almost every morning. The question is not whether dreams are intense enough to remember. Often they are. The question is why the sleeping brain does not save them the way it saves waking experiences. To solve the mystery, the first step is to stop imagining sleep as a shutdown. The brain does not simply power off at night. Instead, it reorganizes itself. Some networks become quieter, while others become highly active. This matters because dreaming is not happening in a dead brain. It is happening in a brain that is busy doing something else. During sleep, perception changes, attention changes, and memory processing changes. So when a dream is not remembered, the reason is usually not that the experience was weak. It is that the sleeping brain was operating under different rules. In a very real sense, dreams are produced inside a mind that is temporarily built for a different job. The stage most closely linked to vivid dreaming is called REM sleep, which stands for rapid eye movement. In this stage, the eyes dart quickly beneath closed eyelids, and the brain enters a pattern that looks remarkably active. REM sleep is often when dreams become emotional, visual, and story-like. The mind can create complex scenes, sudden changes, and intense sensations. A person may feel they are running, flying, arguing, or searching through impossible spaces. Yet REM sleep also comes with a problem for memory. The same state that makes dreams vivid may also make them hard to store. That tension between richness and fragility is one of the keys to understanding why most dreams vanish before breakfast. Brain scans show something fascinating during dreaming. Visual regions become active, which helps explain why dream scenes can feel so detailed. Emotional circuits also become highly engaged, which helps explain why dreams can feel so urgent or intense. But one important memory-related system does not behave like it does during waking life. The brain is generating experience, but it is not arranging that experience into stable, organized memory in the usual way. That means dream content can be rich without becoming durable. In other words, the dream may feel complete while it is happening, but the machinery that normally tags events for later recall is working differently. This is one reason dream memories can evaporate so quickly after waking. So what is missing? Part of the answer is the memory system itself. During REM sleep, key regions that help encode new information do not operate in the same coordinated way they do during waking hours. Think of memory formation like saving a file on a computer. The brain needs the right sequence: attention, organization, and a stable internal record. But dreaming does not give the brain that same structure. Instead, it produces fragments, jumps, and emotional snapshots. That means the experience is real, but the conditions for saving it are weak. The dream is not simply forgotten later. In many cases, it was never stored properly at all.
Chemistry also changes during sleep. The balance of neurotransmitters shifts, and those shifts matter for memory. Some chemical conditions that support precise long-term encoding while awake are reduced or altered during REM sleep. That creates a brain environment that is brilliant for imagination, but poor for preserving a neat record. This is one reason dreams can feel more like a flowing scene than a fixed event. The brain is active, but not in a mode optimized for filing away details. Researchers studying sleep chemistry suspect that this altered state helps explain why dream recall is usually brief, partial, and unstable. The mind is not failing at memory. It is running a different biological program.
Sleep laboratories have tested this idea for decades. Participants are monitored overnight, then awakened during different stages of sleep and asked to report what was happening in their minds. The pattern is striking. When people are awakened from REM sleep, dream reports are far more likely. When they are awakened from other stages, reports are less vivid or less likely. That does not mean dreams only happen in REM, but it does show that REM strongly supports dream recall. The studies also reveal something important about timing. If a person wakes up immediately after a dream, the memory is more likely to survive for a moment. Delay even a little, and the details can collapse quickly. This is easy to see in daily life. A person wakes in a quiet bedroom with a dream still hovering in the mind. It feels complete. It may even feel emotionally important. Then they sit up, check the alarm clock, reach for their phone, think about the day, and the dream slips away. Not because it was meaningless, not because the person was careless, but because waking attention rushes in and replaces the dream state almost immediately. The brain switches tasks, the inner movie stops, and the waking world takes over. That transition is often enough to erase the trace before it can be stabilized. So why do a few dreams stay? Usually, memory is more likely when someone wakes during or right after REM sleep, while the dream is still active. Strong emotion can also help. A dream that feels especially unusual, frightening, or personally meaningful may leave a deeper trace. But even then, the memory is often incomplete. It may return as a scene, a feeling, or a single image, rather than a full story. That is because dream recall is not built like a recording. It is more like catching smoke with your hands. Some parts remain, but the structure is already breaking apart. The rare remembered dream is not the rule. It is the exception. In the end, forgetting dreams is not a flaw in the brain. It is a sign that the sleeping brain is operating under a different set of priorities. During REM sleep, the mind can build vivid experiences without fully packaging them for long-term storage. That may sound inefficient, but it may actually be useful. A sleeping brain can explore, rehearse emotions, and simulate reality without being overwhelmed by every detail it generates. Dream forgetting may be the price of that freedom. So the next time morning arrives and the dream is already gone, that absence is not just emptiness. It is evidence of a brain doing something very strange and very sophisticated. So if someone wakes with only fragments of a dream, that does not mean nothing happened. It means the brain briefly entered a world where experience and memory obey different rules. That is why dream recall is so elusive, why REM sleep matters so much, and why most dream worlds dissolve before breakfast. If this topic made sleep feel a little stranger, then the brain has done its job. And tonight, when the mind begins building its next private universe, one question may be worth carrying into the dark. What will remain by morning?